Good morning, everyone. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on with you. I always love to hear. Today is a mega long work edit day. Now, at this point, Foggy Mornings would have already gone live last week, hopefully. But when filming this, it's actually before we've even edited it. So everything's a little bit backwards, which is always confusing. But I really wanted to get Foggy Mornings live before Easter because we talk about Easter a little bit in the video. So today is all about getting that edited and scheduled. This video also contains a paid for integrated ad by Ninja, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a minute. But yeah, George is coming over and we're having a full on edit day. We don't normally do this, like we're normally shooting together. We normally shoot the beginning of the day and then edit at the end of the day, but this is just purely an edit day because it takes so long to edit Foggy Mornings, just because the episodes are quite long in themselves and watching them through takes a long time. I had a little quick watch through of the first edit a few days ago, and then now we get together and we edit because it's very like back and forth. We're both quite like hands-on with it. So we need to edit that. We need to do like the social cut downs. I want to make like this carousel for my Instagram that explains everything about what Foggy Mornings is. And yeah, just getting that all prepped and done so that it can go live whilst I'm away, which is not something I tend to do. I like to just kind of switch off while I'm away. I'm a little bit gutted that this has to go live whilst I'm away because obviously I'm going to want to check in on it and reply to comments, and I don't love doing that when I'm on holiday, but we're going to make an exception for Foggy Mornings because I'm very excited for this to go live. So yeah, hopefully you guys have seen that. If you haven't, I will link it above, and thank you so much for all of your comments. I'm sure you've all been very supportive, as you always are. And thank you also for all of the amazing comments on my video before that when I talked about my thoughts on adolescence. I just love how like engaged you guys are. It's such a privilege and honor to have you take your time to leave me like really long in-depth comments. It just means you care and you're engaged, and honestly I think that's all you can really aim for when you do a job like mine. That is what drives me more than anything else, is like having the community, an engaged audience, and knowing that I've kind of hit the nail on the head somehow and I've talked about something that has got you guys thinking and what's the word I'm thinking of, related to you somehow. I've been writing a packing list for holiday. What I tend to do is I do it on notes. I mean, what I should do is have a packing list that I just use every time, but for some reason I just don't do that, and I never liked it. I worry that if I already have a packing list, it's gonna make me forget about things I might need. Every trip we go on seems to be really different. Like what we need on this trip is totally different to what we needed on South Africa. And also as the kids grow, like, oh my God, I was writing the list and I was like, there's no nappies, there's no bottles, there's no dummies. This is the first holiday with no dummies. It's crazy. So the list is getting smaller and smaller. Rich just packs for himself, but I make a list for me and for Rudy and for Gray. And I just use the little checklist on notes. So I go through and write that, and that's what I've been doing so that hopefully I don't forget anything. Really annoying that I need to wash my hair whilst I'm away. I always try to avoid that if I can because it's such a long process. But now that I've kind of written the list, I just need to start packing. And it also helped me work out what I was missing. I needed some more white t-shirts for the kids. Rudy needed some trainers that weren't like thick winter trainers. But I think we're almost there. I need to plan my outfits because otherwise I'll overpack. That's what I need to do. I need to look at our like itinerary for the trip, which we've really like got done. Like Carly, my sister, and Rich have planned the whole trip, and we're doing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 days in Rome-ish. And then we're getting the train to Naples. Actually, I can tell you what we're doing. I think by the time this video goes live, we'll be back. So bear in mind, we're going to Italy, but we're going with young kids. So we're not going to be able to do all the tourist attractions that you would normally do when you go to Rome. Luckily, I've done them. I'm not sure if Rich has, but we will go back one day and we will properly go and take it in. Like, it's just no point trying to do some things with young kids. I'd rather take them there to like get a sense of the culture, the food, their surroundings, but I'm not going to make them do like a load of touristy things that they're not going to really fully understand. It would just make the whole thing really stressful. So don't be offended that we're not like doing all the tourist things. But day one, we arrive at lunchtime. We're going to head to the apartment, drop our bags. We've got Airbnbs. We're going to visit the Jewish ghetto area for a walk around and dinner there. The next day, we're going to go to the Colosseum. I think we've got some kind of ticket that's not like some huge long tour, but it means that we can go in and have a little look and do as much as we can. Then we're getting a golf buggy and like doing a little tour ourselves around the city. Dinner by Airbnb. Day 3, cab to Trastevere for morning walk around and then lunch, and then go to Villa Borghese for time in the park and bike hire TBC. This is great. I haven't had to do anything. Carly and Rich are so organised. I'm just like going along for the ride. Day 4, get the train to Naples. Collect car when we get there and then drive to a villa. So we've got a villa together then at the Amalfi Coast. Day 5, TBC, but maybe drive to see Sorrento or the coastal villages or Capri. Day 6, Pompeii tour day. Okay, so I've done Pompeii. I actually went on a school trip, which was amazing. I don't know how much of that we're going to be able to do with kids. I would, like, Carly's got older kids and I think one of them's learning about it in school. So we definitely want to try and do something, but we'll just have to play it by ear and see. Day 7, farm visit and cooking class day. That's going to be amazing. We're going to like make our own pizzas and stuff. Day 8, TBC, but maybe drive to visit Sorrento, coastal villages or Capri. Day 9, go home. Epic, right? So I kind of know what we're doing. I just need to plan outfits around that, take layers, things I can throw in my bag in case I get hot, in case I get cold. Same with the kids. Gonna be great. I am absolutely desperate for my morning coffee and I have something so exciting to show you guys. If you already follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I went to a Ninja event a couple of weeks ago. It was to launch their Luxe Cafe espresso machine and I met Thierry Henry. Now, I know some of you might think, why is Lily so excited about meeting Thierry Henry? That is so random, but it's not that random. I come from a family of like 3-4 generations of Arsenal fans. And although now I couldn't name you anyone on the Arsenal team, as a young teen, I was obsessed. I played football, I watched football. The kind of like 1998 Arsenal team, I could probably name every player. And during that time, Thierry Henry was a massive Arsenal player. So yeah, I was so excited to meet him. It's so funny. My manager was literally like, this is very unexpected that you'd be so excited about the Thierry Henry element of this job. But yeah, I was really excited to meet him. He's the brand ambassador for the Ninja Luxe Cafe espresso machine. And I am genuinely really excited to show this to you guys because I'm not gonna lie, when they first got in touch, I thought, oh, I've got a coffee machine that I already quite like. Like we have our coffee set up. I have my little pod machine. Rich has his little like squeezy thing that he does. I don't even know what he does for a coffee. I was like, I don't know if this is something we need in our life. And once I learned more about this machine, I was like, oh no, this is exactly what I need in my life. This is exactly the solution to what has always put me off these kind of bigger, proper, at-home espresso machines. Because I've had one in the past and oh my God, it was way too complicated. Every time someone came over and I'd say like, do you want a drink, tea, coffee? And if they said coffee, my heart would genuinely sink because I would be like, oh God, I can't be bothered. It's so complicated. And I thought that's what this was gonna be. But guys, the whole point of the Ninja Luxe Cafe espresso machine is it makes it so easy to get like proper cafe style, barista style drinks at home. Like genuinely, it's such a clever machine. Everything has been thought through. And the more I get to know it, the more I use it, I'm discovering more things that are just like, it's so good. I mean, you know I'm a massive Ninja fan. I've got the air fryer, I've got the blender thing. Everything they do is just brilliant. So I went to this event, which was in town. It was so cool. The front of the event literally looked like an espresso machine. And we went in and it was this like immersive event where there were different rooms for us to learn more about the machine. It was called the House of Vibes and it was very vibey indeed. The first room was the cappuccino kitchen and in there we learned about the importance of getting the grind right. I've never had a machine where you grind the beans yourself and that would have totally intimidated me, but they talked about how getting the grind right is really important and how this machine will detect which grind works best for your beans. It's called the Barista Assist technology and it has 25 different grinds. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you how I use it. So that's very clever. Makes the whole like grinding beans thing a lot easier. And we tasted the difference between a coffee that hadn't been ground like well and one that had, and it tasted so different. The first one was so bitter and watery and the second one was like creamy and delicious and smooth. If you know, you know. The next room was the latte lounge where we learned all about getting the perfect like micro foam, and this is again something I love about the machine, hands-free milk frothing. My old machine, you know where it goes like and I used to always burn the milk. I was just terrible at it. Hands-free, perfect foam. It's got a little whisk at the bottom of the jug. And then we went downstairs to Cold Brew HQ and we learned all about the different bean varieties, and we smelt all the different beans and the flavors. That was really interesting. And I was really excited to hear that the espresso machine can make instant cold brew coffee instead of the usual kind of overnight process. And that is going to be so good for iced coffees, because before I was using hot coffee and then putting ice in it, and like the whole process was just a bit off. So you can use cold brew coffee and you can make cold frothy milk as well. So I'm really excited for all the iced coffees I'm going to have this summer. And then we finished at the espresso martini bar. I said, is it possible for me to have a go? I'd love to try and make one. And he was like, yeah, come up to the bar. I didn't realize that Thierry Henry was going to be like standing by the bar watching me as I make my espresso martini. That was a bit of a surreal moment. It was unexpected for a Tuesday morning. Like, how cool to be able to make espresso martinis when you have friends around. This machine does everything. It's like a 3-in-1. Let me bring you over closer and show you, because I need to make my morning coffee anyway. So this is the Ninja Luxe Cafe espresso machine. Let me just turn it on. We set it up a couple of days ago and I've been having a little play around. Something I really love is there's loads of like little secret compartments where you can store things. So that's if you want like a double shot. This is where the little tamper thing lives. It's really nicely condensed, and I just emptied some of the liquid. This whole thing pulls out. It's just very well done. These are where the beans live. Super smart and fits perfectly in this space. As you can see, it's recommending that I set the grind to 15 for the beans that I have in there. So I'm just gonna turn this little dial here until I get to 15. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this in, start grind, and that's just gonna grind all my beans down. And then use the little, is it called a tamper? Just to press that down, very easy. Just gonna line up the orange dots and then pop that in there. So this is the milk jug, and what I really like about it is that it has little marks for latte, cappuccino, cortado. So that's so helpful because I always waste milk by using too much. And as you can see, it's got the little whisk at the bottom, and that's how you can get the hands-free milk frothing. What I also love is there are settings to pick which milk you're using. Honestly, they've thought of everything, and which froth you want. So can you see here, you can pick from dairy or plant-based, and then you can pick from cold foam, like cappuccino foam. I'm gonna do like a flat white, so I'm gonna pick this second one, and plant-based milk. So look, you can pick from espresso, quad, Americano, cold press, and then you could pick cold brew, over ice, rich, or classic. Let me just get my oat milk. For a flat white, they recommend about 120 ml of milk, and inside they've actually got the measurements. So I'm gonna fill that up to about 120. Another thing I love about this is once you've finished frothing the milk, the metally frothy bit, sorry, I don't know all the technical names. What's it called? The thing that goes into the milk. It cleans itself, which I love because you don't want milk getting all gross and yucky. Are you ready for the hands-free frothing? Honestly, that is the dream. Just gonna change this to espresso, single. Okay, and then I was taught you have to do the swirl and the tap, and the reason for that is that so when you pour it, you don't get all the liquid milk come out the bottom and then all the foam at the end. It makes it like super silky. You ready? Yes. And I've only had it for 3 days. The more I use it, the more I'll get used to it, the quicker I will get. But honestly, it's so easy to use. It's so like instinctive, and it makes a delicious coffee. Feels like coffee shop coffee at home. I'm just buzzing. I think it's brilliant. Rich has been loving it. He was so annoyed when I moved on to like a pod style coffee machine because it's just like wasn't good enough for him. So he's been making his coffee separately using this like manual contraption, and he's so happy we have this now. He said he's like never had better coffee at home. He's been playing around with it so much, and it's so quick and easy to use compared to like the manual thing he was using. So he's really, really happy as someone who's like a proper coffee drinker and like knows his stuff. Thank you to Ninja for working with me on this video. video. And let me know if you guys have any questions about it, because I know these kind of machines can seem quite intimidating, but honestly, if I can do it, it must be easy to use. So let me know if you have any questions and I will reply to you in the comments. Also, Georgia's going to come over in a minute and she's going to want a coffee, so I'll be doing that all over again in a minute. Every time I walk past my hallway, I think, oh my God, I must tell you guys about this Reed diffuser. I put it here, I think L'Occitane sent it to me, and I just popped it in. It didn't actually come in this glass. This is something I had, I think, from Diptyque, but the actual liquid inside is a L'Occitane diffuser, and I cannot tell you the smell. I love it. Every time I walk into my house, it's like overwhelming, gorgeous smell. It's this one. I kept the packaging because I knew I would want to tell you guys. It's the L'Occitane Tuberose Gardenia. It's so nice, and I love when I get a recommendation from someone that's like, you need to just get this scent, one that actually fills your home with like a gorgeous smell. I'm loving it, so I just really wanted to tell you guys. Also, how much are we loving this t-shirt from Hush? I was so chuffed. Someone sent me a DM telling me that they'd seen it on the Hush website. It says pickle, and then on the back, wait, what does it say on the back? I think it just says pickled. I love it so much. I think it's referencing pickleball rather than pickles, but you know, I love both of those things, so I absolutely love it. Like, I could always do with another white t-shirt in my wardrobe, and this one has pickles on it. It's great. Oh guys, it has been a chunky edit day. Sorry, I haven't really managed to vlog much today. I've just been plowing through, and I think it's ready. I'm just like getting everything ready to start packing tomorrow. Some final last minute bits, like a little pad of paper for Gray, got little Born Busy mats, got this like tops and tails game for Rudy, a mini crocodile game. I'm going to sign off for today because tomorrow I am going to pack with you guys. See you then. Good morning, guys. It's time to start packing. I have to make a start on this. I've been putting it off for so long. I think it's because a lot of the clothes that we need to pack are like clothes that we're wearing at the moment because the weather's similar. Like when you go on a summer holiday, it's all summer clothes and you're not likely to be wearing them in London. So it's kind of easier. But this, I think a lot of it's the same clothes. So I've just been kind of figuring out how to do that. But before I start, I have to tidy up my office a bit because I've got all of these clothes here, which are things that I really want to sell on Vinted. I used to have a girl that helped me with it and I don't have that anymore. So I just haven't had the time to do it. But I just want to quickly go through all the stuff, make sure everything's like clean and then put it away in the cupboard for when I get time. I do have some like newer bits, which you guys might recognize and might be surprised that I'm selling. And I'm normally quite good at buying stuff that I love and not kind of going through things too quickly, but there were some pieces last year when I was kind of rediscovering my style that I think I kind of messed up on. One being this Massimo Dutti skirt. I really love the cardigan that goes with it, but the skirt shape, just I don't feel comfortable in it. And same with the M&M skirt and matching top. It's such a gorgeous set, but something about it I can't explain, just I'm not drawn to wearing it. I did get a couple of really good wears out of it on like a press trip and at a wedding, but I just know I'm not going to want to wear it this year. The top is like slightly too tight on me and the skirt shape again just like isn't quite right. I don't know what it is about it, but instead of it sitting in my wardrobe and me never choosing it, it's better for someone else to enjoy it. So yeah, I have got some Vinted bits. I'm just going to go through this pile of stuff, make sure everything is clean and debobbled and I can put it away. And when I eventually get time to take photos of everything and upload it all to Vinted, I will do. I obviously have like a pile of stuff I take to charity shops and give to friends and family, but these are kind of nicer bits that are worth putting on Vinted. Whilst I do this, I really wanted to tell you guys about this amazing thing I did a couple of days ago. A viewer actually reached out to me, and I love this. So many of you guys just have such cool jobs and such interesting things, and every now and again someone will reach out and it will really like spark interest. I get a lot of emails, it's all a little bit overwhelming, but every now and again I'll just spot something and be like, that is really interesting. It's the same as when Louise from How Not to Hate Your Wardrobe, the colour analysis girl, reached out, and oh my god, she is just doing so incredibly well now. She's constantly on this like road show and so many of you guys go to see her and it's so wonderful to see her like thriving, especially as like a mum getting back into work. Anyway, a lovely lady called Kirsten reached out to me to tell me about something which she does. A little bit of a makeup mark there. She is a menopause wellness consultant. What do I already know about menopause? I know a bit about it from my mum. I see a bit of content about menopause, but most of the time it's kind of content and knowledge that is made by and shared to women over 50. Oh, slight mark on that. She asked if I'd like to do a little kind of Zoom session, a little session with maybe my mum or my sisters with her to learn more about menopause, perimenopause, anything we want to know about the subject. I immediately said yes because I thought it would be incredibly beneficial for my sisters who are in their early and late 40s. And we invited along a couple of friends too. So when I first did it, I was kind of like, I'm doing this for them, but I'd like to learn a little bit more as well. But I left the session just feeling so empowered and so passionate about it that I really wanted to chat to you guys about it too. I'm still kind of trying to process it, and I definitely have this like slightly overwhelming feeling of like, it's so unfair. It's so full on being a woman. I went downstairs and I spoke to Rich and I was like, it's so unfair. We go through our teens and 20s, like the hell that is teens and 20s, working out our hormones, working out what we're doing, not knowing who we are. We eventually kind of work out who we are. Maybe we then go on to have kids. That is a whole nother struggle. It takes us years to kind of balance our hormones again after having kids and working out who we are again. And then perimenopause starts. And that is a whole nother ball game. I try not to be like, woe is me, but I do feel like, man, it's a rough ride being a woman. There's a lot we've got to contend with. So anyway, that aside, my main takeaway from the session was don't wait until you know you're in perimenopause or in menopause stage to learn about it. Just like we would with like giving birth, you know, you'd do hypnobirthing or something to try and prepare to give birth, or any kind of big life moment, you kind of do a little bit of learning and educate yourself beforehand. Menopause is no different, and actually I think it's much harder to take it all in when you're fully in it. Those of us in our mid to late 30s should really be learning about it now so that when it happens, we are a little bit more prepared and we know what's going on, especially because it's such a gradual thing. Perimenopause, the list of symptoms is extensive, and some of which, I think there are 4 or 5 that I definitely think I'm already starting to experience, and I'm only 37. Oh, if someone says to you, I think I'm experiencing some perimenopause symptoms, and someone says, oh, you're too young for that, that is just not helpful. That is the reason why people aren't educating themselves. Don't shut people down. It is absolutely possible from mid-30s that you can be experiencing perimenopause symptoms. It's such a gradual thing, and I think everyone just needs to be much more accepting that it's like so different for everyone. As with most things, not 2 people are not going to experience it in the same way. It's very, very different for everyone. So let's just all kind of like remember that when we're talking to people about it. I think we need to be really open about learning about things that are like coming up for us in life. I sent a huge text to my friends after having this little consulting session with my main takeaways from the chat. I said the best way to have control and knowledge is to track your symptoms. There are loads of different apps like Balance, or you could just do it on your notes or wherever you like. But if you're tracking your symptoms with your cycle, you can start to see if there's a pattern, and then you know if it's hormone related or not, because there are so many symptoms that are very similar to some quite scary things, and lots of people have been like misdiagnosed with things. But if you can see a pattern, it's easier to diagnose as a perimenopause symptom. So tracking symptoms is a really great way to like take a bit of control. I learned so much about HRT. I'm not sure if I want to talk about it on here yet because I feel like I don't know enough, and I know it can be a topic that divides some people, but I learned a lot about body identical HRT, which is different to the HRT they used many, many years ago, and the different types of HRT and how they're applied and how they work. And I thought that was a really interesting part for me to learn more about. I just think menopause consultants, specialists in general, are so great and interesting. You know, I got a breastfeeding specialist when I had Gray, and it's no different to that. I mean, I got her too late. I wish I'd got her earlier, but it's no different to that. Like having someone who's a specialist in a subject to speak to have a consultation with, I think is a great idea. If you're in the midst of it and you need some advice and guidance, I think just opening up the conversation with friends is really important. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly share that with you guys, but I will talk more about it. It's inspired me to like bring the menopause conversation into my content more somehow as a way to reach out to you guys who are probably a similar age to me. Like, I don't think this is a conversation just for women in their late 40s, 50s, 60s. I think if anything, it's more important for us to be having these conversations now ahead of that kind of coming. Oh, I love these dungarees so much from Monkey, but this colour, it's not one of my colours, and I'm not getting rid of everything that's not my colours, but it is a very sludgy green, and it doesn't do much for me. Like, I think it would be more helpful in my wardrobe to have just a pair of blue denim dungarees that I can wear with different coloured t-shirts and stuff underneath. I think the blue of the denim would suit me more. I love these, but yeah, I think I need to replace those with just some plain denim dungarees. Again, like a very cute top from Nobody's Child that I just don't wear, and I don't know why. I can't explain it, but every time I put it on, I just think, nope, so there's no point, it's sitting in my wardrobe. And I'm finally ready to part ways with these excellent pair of Topshop trousers. It seems really weird to put Topshop trousers on Vinted, but I can't explain, they're just the best summer trousers. They're so great, and I've really loved them for years, but the shape just doesn't really suit me anymore. And those are some Uniqlo jeans. So let's put these away in the cupboard and then get started with some packing. I kind of want to avoid taking two big cases because we have got a day in Italy where we're getting the train to the Amalfi Coast, and I'm just thinking logistically, like, how many hands can I hold if I'm pushing suitcases? And like, are we going to take a buggy for Rudy? I can't decide. He like literally never goes in the buggy, but there's a lot of walking there. But are the roads cobbledy? Are they smooth? Don't bother answering any of these questions because I think I'll probably be like either there or back by the time this video goes live. It would be great if I could take a big case and a small case, but also I kind of might buy stuff when I'm there. This is the case that we keep all of our wash bags and things in. So these are great. These are shoe bags. Let's take a couple of those. A couple of shoe bags. That's great. This is like a beauty pie bag. That is a good one. Oh my God, I absolutely do not need all of these. Oh, I like this Rare Beauty one because it's squishy, so that packs quite well. Caroline's Skin Rocks bag is also great because it's squishy. Maybe I don't need all of these Space NK hard ones. I don't think I ever use them. What kind of packer are you guys? Because some people just like, you know, maybe me and Gray share a case and Rich and Rudy share a case, but some people split up things throughout the cases just in case the case gets lost, then everyone's got a bit of something. It's not a long haul flight, so I don't know if that even makes a difference, but there's no like connecting flights or anything. I'm gonna start with the kids' stuff and Rich's stuff and leave mine till last. I still need to like try on things just to work out outfits so I don't overpack. Let's start with Rich's stuff. He's put them all neatly here in piles, but then I refold everything because I think I could probably fold them and get them more condensed than that. Oh, Rich, you've got a massive chocolate stain on your t-shirt. He definitely doesn't know about that. Are we gonna use packing cubes? Where are all our packing cubes? We definitely have more than 3 packing cubes. Where are they? I think I'll save the packing cubes to use for the kids' stuff. Why is men's clothes just so like big? A couple of things to show you whilst I pack. I'm always on the lookout for trousers that fit Rudy. He's got like a chunkier, it's not even like he's got like chubby rolls, which are delicious. He's just got bigger legs, like so does Rich. Rich has got a big bum, big thighs. Rudy has Rich's legs. I find that so many boys' trousers and joggers are just like so slim fit and they're almost like tapered. They're like tight at the bottom and it just looks a bit silly and uncomfortable. I'm always looking for like a more of a wider leg on Rudy. The next trousers are great, but he has all of them and they're always like stripy. It's just like too many stripes going on in his wardrobe. But I found these from Uniqlo for summer. They're like a lighter linen trouser and they fit perfectly. I just tried them on him this morning. Definitely want to get them in another colour. So that is just, if you're looking for that, because I got a lot of replies on Instagram about it. Those are great. I also got the kids' raincoats from Uniqlo, the pocketable raincoats, because I can just throw those in my bag whilst we're in Italy. And then if it starts to rain, got them and I don't have to like carry around coats all day. So that's something else I got. And then this has just arrived yesterday. I'm trying to decide whether to keep it. I feel like I have not done that up right. This bag has been served to me so much on Instagram. I totally fallen for the adverts, but my friend also has one in real life and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, you have one of those bags. I've wanted one for so long. It's called the Olen bag. That might not be right. I'll link it down below. It's like a puffy padded bag, okay? So they had, oh yeah, look, the brand is Olend. I think this is the Ola bag, but basically they had a bag that was very similar to this, but it was slightly different. The shape was a bit more like scrunched up and it didn't have a zip. I really wanted to get a bag like this, but not having a zip is just not great for me. It's not great for city break holidays. It's not great for London. But then they brought out this one, which is the Pro version, and it has got a zip. The only thing is it's slightly different shape. The other one kind of cinches in like that, which I do prefer. I'm worried about the shape of this. I need to work out how to do it up, but let me kind of show you. It's a crossbody bag. I love the color of it. They've got loads of really fun, bright colors. I like the puffiness. My straps are kind of crossing over. I don't think that's meant to happen. It's meant to be like that. And what I like about it is that it's got so many different compartments. It's got a little compartment at the front. It's got loads of zips and stuff inside it, and then a whole section for your laptop to slot into as well. So it would be great for if I'm ever going into town with my laptop. It's really lightweight as well, so I feel like I can shove loads of stuff in. It's not going to be heavy. Like, I think, am I going to want to carry this around in Italy? I think it's pretty good because I could take like kids' toys, snacks, raincoats. It's just quite big, but I can also use it as like a plain bag. I think I am going to keep it. It's not cheap. The annoying thing with this brand is like £20 to return it. Like, so no one probably ever returns things because it's so crazy. I think it's coming all the way from Spain. I do prefer the shape of the original one, but I think the zip is just like a non-negotiable for me. So I'm going to stick with the Pro. I do really love the colour. So this is going to be my hand luggage and my bag for whilst I'm there. And then I can shove in like a mini Uniqlo crossbody bag as like a handbag in case I don't want to take this big one or we're going out for dinner or something. But I think I'd be happy carrying this with all the kids stuff in. I don't want to have like a rucksack the whole time. Okay, I need to stop talking to you guys because this is stopping me from packing and being productive because I keep just wanting to show you things. I'm heading to my mum's now for a family lunch barbecue. And I think my brother-in-law's cooking like a leg of lamb. I don't know, I'm in charge of the Yorkshire puddings. Obviously Aunt Bessie's because I just think they're the best. So we're heading there now. Okay, the Yorkshires are ready to go in. Everyone's going to be very annoyed that we don't make our own Yorkshires, but why would you when the frozen ones are so good? Mum's pouring out some gazpacho. Oh, is this your
lamb?
So this is the one you got from what's the market called?
Smithfield.
Is it actually the last one, or did they decide not to be?
No, thankfully they're continuing.
Do you think that was just a way to get everyone to go? They were like, last one ever.
Yeah,
oh, maybe not.
Another 5 years.
Wow. It's good. Mm. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, you're eating outside. Mmm.
It's nice, isn't it? It's from auction.
Yeah, I'll try it. This looks like a yummy salad. Did you just make it up?
Yeah.
Yum. Bailey's now 13 and can play like every instrument.
Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I'm not.
I can't remember how old everyone
13.
is. Sorry.
Grace 5.
You're so good. I could never play like this. You have like the natural piano
Grace
hands.
5.
Yeah, she's almost 6. How good is he? I never thought through love could be. One meal onto the next. Kids are having soba noodles, chicken, carrots, mange too.
And me.
And Rudy
Good dinner. Gymnastics mat as a picnic blanket. Sailor went to. You sing. And all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue. Rich is going out for dinner tonight, and I'm doing a kids' bedtime, so I'm gonna make myself dinner now. It's 5:30. The kids are playing in the garden. Love this weather, so I think I'm gonna make myself dinner now, so that when I come down from bedtime, because I know it's not gonna be a good one tonight, I'll come down and dinner will just be ready, and I will thank myself. So I'm just gonna make gnocchi with like a nice tomatoey courgette, I don't know, throw everything in type sauce. I haven't got a plan. I was going through such a good phase of making really good meals for a while, and then just I've been too busy that I've kind of fallen off the wagon with making delicious recipes. Okay, dinner done. I am gonna thank myself for this in about 2 hours time. Have a nice dinner. Jealous, not jealous you have to get on the tube and go to town. Are you driving?
I'm driving.
No. Is it a scary bit? It'll be over in a minute. It's not scary, it's just dark.
It's real. Grey.
Both kids asleep by 7:30. Excellent. I'm going to put half of the gnocchi dinner in Tupperware to have maybe for lunch tomorrow. And I'm going to have my half now. It's actually weird that now when I come down after bedtime, it's light outside, which makes me feel like I could be more productive. Like I could go upstairs now and carry on packing. I think because as parents we get so little chill time. Something about like coming down after bedtime, I just feel like I need to go sit on the sofa and not move all evening. It's like, I just feel like that's what I have to do, but I probably could be more productive. I'm gonna sit with my laptop and try and empty my inbox, which is always a struggle. So I'm gonna do that whilst I'm having dinner. maybe watch the Irish version of The Last Laugh. I just finished the UK version of it, which is hosted by Jimmy Carr. It's so funny. If you guys need something like light-hearted to watch, because I know a lot of the dramas and stuff that are on at the moment are really heavy, it's they get loads of comedians, really famous, well-known comedians, all in a room together for like 6 hours. But for us, it's like split out in episodes over a season, and they have to try to not make each other laugh. If you laugh, you get a yellow card and then a red card, and then you're out. And it's so funny, like watching people try not to laugh. And obviously, they're all really good comedians, so it's very funny. Really, really loved having a laugh and watching that. Apparently, there's one hosted by Graham Norton, so I might check that out. So looking forward to our holiday. But yeah, just need to like get everything like wrapped up work-wise over the next few days. Sometimes I feel like the pre-holiday work stress isn't worth going away for, but I know it will be once I'm there. But I think when you work for yourself, when you work for a company, a lot of the time, not generalizing, not always, you can just kind of like shut your laptop and be done, because it's like not your thing. But it's really different when it's your own thing. It's really hard. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the description box for everything mentioned in this video, everything shown, including my Ninja Luxe Cafe espresso machine, which I'm obsessed with. I'll put the links and information, everything you need to know down below in the description box. And I'll see you when I'm back from my holiday. Bye.